we hope to achieve, the good spirit and energy, especially when it comes to what we believe in. And we totally believe in our concept of cooking with smoke. That has got a strong significance. We believe that when civilization started, first there was fire, then there was smoke, then there was a recipe, We really want to put ourselves on the next, milestone of trading at this festival, which is the Delicious Festival.
Yes. And her love for that really grew from her family, and my love for food grew through her family and through her family's love. So, I mean, we started in the corporate landscape, working directly after school. Clemmy was in PR. Yes. She was dealing mainly with healthcare companies and dealing with corporate communications. Yeah. And I was in the banking world. One weekend in our early days of corporate life, jet-setted down to Cape Town, spent some time with some friends, and they had started a paella business a few years ago, cooking at the old biscuit mill down in Cape Town.
It's about decompressing, being out in the open, and just enjoying this lush and beautiful space that we find ourselves in. So one of the things I'm looking forward to here today is getting away from the grills that we normally are on as Cooking Soul. We're normally on the front lines, burning our fingers and hands. And honestly, to have one of our fellow brothers in the food game say, come over here, let me host you and your guys. Let's sit down. Let's talk about the future. For me, that is a pertinent conversation, collaboration, getting together, taking a step back.
Mzansi, it is my complete pleasure to welcome you to yet another incredible episode of Cooking Soul. As is our custom here on the podcast, I want to first and foremost thank you sincerely for your engagement and interaction with us, whether in person with any of us or over our various social media platforms. Your wonderful love and support is very much welcome and greatly appreciated. That said, remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get our notifications of upcoming episodes. You can also follow Cooking Soul SA on Instagram so that you can get more acquainted with our food and festivals content that we do on a monthly basis. Now, back to the business of the day. If you've watched our first episode on this series, you will have heard our hosts at Cooking Soul, NQOBANI and MBUSO, challenging us to think critically and even somewhat more critically around themes that are prevalent in our everyday lives as South Africans. Themes that have been filling our communities, government institutions, trade practices, and even, of course, current affairs covered by our mainstream media platforms. We touched on several current affairs issues, such as border controls, which affect our immigration laws and regulations, import and export trade rules, as well as the risk mitigation measures involved, our food, health and safety, compliance policies and standards, as well as finding a sense of self-appreciation and pride in terms of our culinary heritage and hospitality. So here we are now, episode 3.
Tank fly, boss walk, jam, nitty gritty. You're listening to the boy from the big bad city. This is Jam Hot. This is Jam Hot.
Good morning and welcome to the first day of the DSTV Delicious show. It's been a crazy night. We literally left here at 1 o'clock in the morning. We were setting up. When we got home, there were still more things to be done. So this is a platform where the best of the food traders come and do their trade to an international crowd of artists and locals as well. And as Cooking Soul, we are here to really mark our 4th edition of being part of this festival. Today what we're really expecting a big crowd. Our sales have been going up and up. So today, this event we've themed it the 1,000-Man Fist, because this is where we're going to hit our 1,000 mark in terms of portions, in terms of serving clients. And we are going to be giving them a delicacy of sorts. We're talking from the ox chick, and from that we're going to move on to some lovely smoked juicy briskets that we smoke ourselves. And it's all about really highlighting how delicious and tender meats can be, and also, you know, taking it back to the olden days of your break bread and make friends type of concept.
The bread, it's a variety of smoked toppings. You can see the caramelized onions, a bit of Parmesan cheese.
I'll have one.
I'll have one, eh? Okay.
In 2013, for me, this journey of cooking soul started. I was never a foodie at heart. I was more about numbers and business and how things work. And my brother Q used to be the Braai Master. We did a show in 2013. Called the Ultimate Braai Master, 58,000 kilometers, 56 days on the road. And it was the most amazing experience that we've had. And after that, this foodie bug just bites you. And I thought to myself, there's an opportunity here, a massive one. So I jumped on board. And I thought, I think we can build something out of this.
Hi, I'm JP. I'm at Delicious Foods Festival, part of Cooking Soul, part of Mr. Q's team.
So how many portions are there? Is that? 12.
I think mostly what's going to push out is going to be the smoked chickens. Everyone loves chicken. Chicken on a bun, chicken and chips. So I think everyone's going to go for that. Half chicken smoked, also done in the smoker as well. So I mean, that's all what we're here for, delicious foods. So it's going to be real good. It's going to be really interesting. Beef cheeks as well, very succulent meat. And we're also serving with some beautiful sauces on the side with a French roll. So it's going to be something different, to get all the people out there love the meat and love the food. And from a butcher perspective, it's always nice to be part of the actual food experience.
We hope to achieve, the good spirit and energy, especially when it comes to what we believe in. And we totally believe in our concept of cooking with smoke. That has got a strong significance. We believe that when civilization started, first there was fire, then there was smoke, then there was a recipe,
One of the most beautiful things about being in service at a festival is your first order. Because once you get that first order,
alright guys, first order, nice and chunky, nice and meaty.
You are already on your way to actually having one of the most beautiful sales experiences of the day. And once they walk away, believe me, your food is getting advertised by your first clients simply by their own eating experience.
2019 DSTV Delicious, the 1,000-Man Feast is what we're all about. We want to serve 1,000 people over this weekend. So we want to see by Sunday night whether we've done that. There's only 2 days, but this festival is absolutely amazing. Brings people together off the back of femicide, xenophobia, all the stuff that just happened. This is just what we needed to feed our souls. And at the same time, get something good in your tummy.
Now, one of the most beautiful things at a festival is when our friends come through. We're sharing some beautiful past experiences because we haven't seen each other in quite a long time. So one of the beautiful things we actually enjoy at these festivals is when our friends come to meet us where we are working, and this becomes one of the most beautiful, enriching experiences when we meet faces that we haven't seen in over 10 years plus. But simply because we are there doing what we do, they manage to come and catch up with us because there's no other place that they will find us besides where we are at a festival.
We really want to put ourselves on the next milestone of trading at this festival, which is the Delicious Festival. So what we see here at this festival is a cosmopolitan future of what South Africa can be, of what South Africa could be. And it's amazing to see that what makes that happen is a collection of good food traders and good sommeliers, good cocktail bartenders, and good musicians. All that is the perfect recipe that breaks down barriers and brings each and everybody from each and every walk of life to the same space, share hugs, kisses, smiles, love, you name it. We would like South Africa and the world to actually see, the heart and soul of Johannesburg, of South Africa, of Africa, to really see it for what it truly is. Because news is news and it sells what it sells. But this is our world and we do what we do. And these are our people and this is our future. And this is what it could be.
DSTV Delicious 2019, the 1,000-man feast. Damn.
Welcome to the Sunday edition of the DSTV Delicious Festival. This is Cooking Soul today, doing what they do best, being of service on a beautiful Sunday. Today is our second day of trade, and today we are looking forward to what we call a beautiful stream of different cultures transcending onto this venue. Our people are feeling very much soulful today. They'll be coming here straight from church after, literally getting their blessings of the day and making sure that their souls are well fed. And we are looking forward to, as well, the beautiful music, a beautiful, nice mellow vibe. But more importantly, you're looking forward to a great day of trade. This is what we do at our very best, at the top level of cooking, and we're talking about outdoor cooking. Smoked chicken, French loaf with pickled salads, green salad and barbecue beans. This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen, our own brand and our own recipes. What are our expectations today? We're really expecting a good day of sales, but also a high-level showcase of South African hospitality. What we're serving here is a layout of beautifully smoked ox chicks. After being smoked, they're cooked in a red wine and rich beef stock over a good 3 hours or so. And in between the ox chicks, we've got some smoked red peppers, our smoked onion marmalade, and on the side we've got barbecue beans and some nice fresh green salad to go with that. So today is going to be a beautiful eating experience of a new delicacy that our people will be getting used to. We are in a phase of life whereby Sundays have become our best days to celebrate, relax and connect and be as one as a people. Culture is everything. Culture is everything in each and every society, and culture is driven by what you eat, what you listen to, and how you dress. Those are the three pillars of any successful outdoor festival that speaks to culture, that speaks to food, that speaks to music, that speaks to the collective of a people. And Cooking Soul embraces all that. In essence, Sundays are our best days of celebrating who we are, because that is the time during the week where we have time to relax and kick back and connect to each other and reflect. Now, we always see people, emashisanyama, bekleli, talking and laughing. There's so much more going on in there, We're sharing our journeys. We're sharing our futures, our wishes, our hopes and dreams. But also, we are really breaking down any stress factors that we are experiencing as a people. So the Sunday vibrancy of the whole Shisanyama experience is alive and kicking today at the DSTV Fest.
I don't know how close you are to 1,000 though. I think we're a quarter of the way there. I'm feeling the pressure and I'm feeling the pull of the business to make it work.
Awesome, see you again soon.
I'm all about the spirit of the festival, the people coming here, the diversity, the passion. It also has to make business sense. So today, I'm on the business end of it all. Doesn't change the love you have for the customers because that's what makes business happen. But I'm just thinking numbers. I think it's going to work out. We're in the red as we start our day, but we're going to crawl our way out of it today. So that's what's up. Making your customers feel like VIPs is everything in the service industry. It's something we're lacking in general in the hospitality landscape, in the food business. I mean, good service is rare. And that's something I just don't put up with, is bad service. So on our end, we make sure that that is something that we take care of. For me personally, I believe all of us have different gifts. I don't get tired of people. You can have a wave of customers and every single individual, as far as I'm concerned, is interacting with me for the first time when they get to the front of that line. It's important to me to make sure that you feel like you're the only person there. To smile, to laugh, that's what it's about. It's a happy place. The last thing that you want is crap service. So it is imperative in the hospitality industry to make sure that everyone's a king, everyone's a queen in their own right. Every customer counts.
It's all about brotherhood. It's all about friendships. It's all about bonds. It's all about relationships. This is what festivals do. And little did we know that 2020 was going to stop what we've built, this beautiful society. Somehow, I'm sure the hospitality industry will find a way to bounce back and create a beautiful world once again. Let's believe, let's stay hopeful, let's stay inspired.
When I got the call to meet with the founders of this brilliant business, I'll be honest with you, I was more than thrilled. Not only because I know the brothers from a personal point of view, but also because I've actually been following their business and its trajectory over the years. It was exactly seamless for me to partner with them on this project because I took a look at their hospitality concept and the way in which they were running the business in line with that. And it actually kind of fell in line with how I feel business should be run in South Africa at the moment, as well as the continent as a whole, to be honest. Their business model takes me back to what inspired me to author and publish my very own book entitled Perspective. In it, I navigate through my very own perception from as early as I can remember it, focusing obviously on how I perceived myself versus the world. From when I was a little boy, looking at the foundation of where I found myself to be when I was born and the environment that was around me that was shaping how I saw myself and the way in which I saw the world. Obviously, as I am growing up, I'm being exposed to different stimuli. I'm getting educated, academically. I'm getting educated in the streets, socially. I'm getting educated, culturally in terms of my family and in terms of the things that are happening within my immediate environment. And as I'm growing up, my perception is also expanding. It's also growing. And the way in which I see myself is also evolving versus the way in which I'm also seeing the world. So when I look at their business and I look at the way in which they view hospitality, and I look at the way in which they apply that in terms of their business practices, it took me back to when I was authoring my book and I was going through my own trajectory in life as a normal human being. As I was looking at myself as a boy, growing up, seeing myself, seeing the world, growing and evolving into a man, seeing how that's influencing me as a human being, seeing how that's influencing me to look at myself differently and rediscovering myself over time, and also looking at the world differently and seeing how it is that I can interact with the world in a manner that is more valuable, not only to myself, but also the environment around me.
Today is a beautiful special day that we're introducing. We are situated on the outskirts of Johannesburg at the Nerux Sculpture Park, the cradle of humankind. Just after the Boks winning the World Cup, we're feeling like champions. So it's time to show off, showcase our beautiful spaces within Johannesburg. And we are right here at the residence of Daniel and Clementine, and I'm talking, you know, the founders and owners of Tuto and Babaji. There'll be some nice, lovely paella cooking there, which is one of Daniel's famous dishes that is well known for within the whole region of Johannesburg. What a beautiful morning today that has brought us up right here to Nerux Sculpture Foundation Park. A beautiful space with beautiful food, and we're looking forward to a beautiful spread. Let's go inside and see what Daniel has got in store. Daniel, it's been a journey and a half.
It certainly
you know,
has.
and I'm thinking like I met you in 2013. You know, yeah, I think 2013.
Yeah, I think we'd only been just before we got our food truck.
Yes,
I put an ad on Gumtree.
Exactly. It was an ad on Gumtree. I responded to that.
Looking for an entrepreneur wanting to help run one of Josie's first food trucks.
I remember.
Along
those lines. And it was the food trucking part that got me. I was like, thank God I'm not in the kitchen, you know, outdoor vibe. I think this is it, you know. Yeah, it was an energy thing. I felt it, and from there it was, you know, I found myself in a space of, you know, this guy with big pans and stuff, you know, and he's doing paella, and I was like, I remember this from the hotel school, you know. It was one lesson, but yeah, I think I like this, you know. How has it been since then? You know, I mean, it's actually, tell me what made you leave. Like, I remember you were in a corporate space, you know. Then you sort of took that leap, and yeah, it just tell us from there, you know, from that point that you left corporate and stuff, you know.
I didn't feel it at first on the food side. Yeah. The food side is something that came from my wife, my life partner, Clementine, Clemmy, who you know so well and love. And she's the one who really, throughout school and throughout varsity, you know, we dated from when we were 17. And since the beginning, since I knew her, her family has been food obsessed. Every Sunday lunch, family ritual.
What, all they did was eat?
That's it.
Yeah.
We got together, and you know, I would usually get to the house 10, 11 o'clock. There'd be cooking production underway, and it was always something different. You know, they experimented with a lot of recipe books, with a lot of chefs, with a lot of different cuisines. So there was always something new, and we were always together experimenting, cooking.
Yes.
And her love for that really grew from her family, and my love for food grew through her family and through her family's love. So, I mean, we started in the corporate landscape, working directly after school. Clemmy was in PR. She was dealing mainly with healthcare companies and dealing with corporate communications. And I was in the banking world. One weekend in our early days of corporate life, jet-setted down to Cape Town, spent some time with some friends, and they had started a paella business a few years ago, cooking at the old biscuit mill down in Cape Town.
Yes.
And I was just talking to them about the business, about life as an entrepreneur, and they mentioned that they were going to be opening up something in Joburg, same sort of market in Braamfontein.
I remember those bosses.
Yeah. The originals.
Yes.
I mean, they're still doing what they're doing, and they've still got fabulous businesses down in Cape Town. We've still got a great relationship with them. But we really started on that basis of working as people who said, we'll do it. We'll do the Joburg operation. You can show us how it works. You teach us how to cook paella. We've never cooked a paella in our lives before. We had also, same as you, we'd heard about it, we'd seen it, we'd never done it before. And they set us up with the basics that we needed, a few tiny pans and a cooler box and a little bit of money to start up. I think it was 2,000 Rand to get some float and to get the first stock levels in order. And we started on the weekends. We started just cooking on Saturdays, and we were doing that for a few months. Just working our corporate jobs, working on Saturdays. And all of a sudden somebody wanted to start up Maboneng was already running their arts and main market. And I said to Clemmy, well, let's try do another one on Sundays too. So we started doing that. And all of a sudden people saw us doing it, and they said, well, can you come and do it from my office? And can you come and do it at our house? We said yes. We started cooking, started learning, started making mistakes. And eventually it just grew to a point, snowballed with the private side, with cooking in people's houses and in businesses, that we were stretched so thin by working a corporate life and living that life, but on our own time, starting this business, which we had no idea at that stage was going to be a business.
Nairo Sculpture Park, it's a beautiful space. We took a walk this morning, and we were really amazed at how gloriously green it is, And, so food-wise, I mean, I know you for really good quality food, really fresh salads, and seasonal ingredients. I know you care about your whole supply chain, because that's where you're also able to develop some, some good products as well, But from a food perspective, we drive all the way out here, 20 minutes away from Northgate, 45 minutes away from the city center. As soon as we arrive here, how do you feed us? How do you, please just let us indulge us, tell us.
Well, look, menu-wise, I think our Baba G menu, which has developed through our presence in Ilovo, it's a concept that is Afro-Mediterranean, so we call it that because it's a lot of North African flavors, Moroccan flavors, Egyptian flavors that combine with some of the Southern European things like chicken rotisseries, and a lot of Italian and French inspired, Provençal inspired dishes too, but all use very similar ingredients, all have very similar basic principles of cooking. That's the backbone of what we offer on a weekly basis out at Nyrox. Today, when there's a big festival, there are other people on the property as well, and other businesses, other menu items that, we've got our paella, which is here, which is also a part of what we're doing today. We do amazing toasted sandwiches in the paella pans, cooked right in front of your eyes, gooey melted cheese, like with great free-range chicken mixed with peri-peri and mayonnaise. We've got Shea, who are some of the original market people as well, whose business has grown amazingly, and they owned a restaurant in Maboneng, recently moved to Parkwood. They specialize in Argentinian style meat. They've got an asado here, so you've got hardwood, flame cooked, different cuts of meat that are available with an amazing spread of their Argentinian salads too. We've got people like the sushi bus here today helping to diversify the palette as well. There's a pop-up restaurant in the poplar forest. I'm going to let you go and explore and see exactly what's happening there. A little private nook. And essentially, good, wholesome food. That's what we're offering all around. You know, the Argentinians that share are specialists in what they do. They take meat to another level. And I think as a combination with the Babaji wholesomeness, the Tuto paella side, and what Share's offering just on its own, there's an amazing spread.
Awesome. You know, I definitely see the how everything comes together, because one thing that people forget is that people within this space are really true and passionate to their journey. I mean, the influences in your food, they are based on where you come from originally and who you are as a couple, you know, you and Clemmy, French, Italian, South African, you know, so it all comes back together, and it shows that definitely moving forward, everything is Tuto, meaning wholesome, you know, and this place provides you with that, a wholesome experience. In the meantime, to be honest with you, I'm very happy that we're in this space today. We're invited by you and we are your guests as well. And let's look forward to one hell of a day.
Thank you so much.
So, Mzansi, you've heard it for yourself, you've watched it for yourself. I personally think it's a great business. I love especially the striking of a balance between what I call the left side of the brain as well as the right side of the brain, where you have proper structures in place, where finances are well taken care of, there's profitability in the business, and the business is sustainable. On the other hand, you also have what I call the right side of the brain, where we're able to look at things that matter such as the social impact we have on society, where there's a preservation of our culture, of our identity, so that we're able to also bring something unique to the market that represents who we are, and it can also make us proud as human beings to say that we also have a mark, you know, in terms of the market, not only in our country, but also the continent, and who knows, even globally. So, Zanzi, I think we've spoken enough. It's now time to cook and eat. The podcast is called Cooking Soul after all. I'll be sharing details on this YouTube channel, as well as all our other social media platforms, on how you can be part of the next episode. Because in the next episode, we're actually going to be cooking, networking, and meeting with you, and discussing some of these things that we've brought to your attention in the past 3 episodes. So look out for the next communication that we're going to be sending out on this YouTube channel, as well as all other social media platforms that we have. Be amongst the select few people who are going to be with us and enjoying the cooking souls, preparing meals for us to sit down, network, and get to know each other better. Thank you for joining us this time, and see you next time.